Hey everybody, Tark Morshed with the Morshed Group. We're doing a unique and special session, and this may be actually one of many of a series, if you will, around vendors, companies, and people that we absolutely love, that we think are bringing great value to the marketplace and to our clients and other homeowners. So we're starting with House Ninja today here. Michael Vigna with House Ninja. Did I get that last name right? I want to make sure I get that right. And Michael's going to share with us today 3 or 4 things that most homeowners don't think about that are imperative and really important to take care of in your home on an annual basis. Okay, so we're going to dive into that, but we're also going to talk a little bit about what House Ninja does. I think they're bringing a really unique value proposition to homeowners across the land, starting here in Austin, Texas. We'll talk a little bit about that. We've got a great little promo code at the end for a lot of our clients and any other listeners or viewers that want to take advantage of what I think is, again, a really unique value proposition. So, Michael, maybe say a little bit about who you guys are first,
yes,
and then let's dive into those 3 things, and we can kind of talk about the promo stuff at the end. What do you think?
Perfect. Sounds good.
Let's do this.
So House Ninja is pretty simple. It's a home maintenance concierge service for busy homeowners. So we provide services that they need: maintenance, preventative maintenance services, quick fixes, and things that may be nice to have around the house.
Okay.
So the homeowner will start off with registering on the website. It's www.houseninja.co, and they sign the homeowner's agreement and schedule a home walkthrough.
Okay.
So we do 88-point inspection in the home walkthrough, and the homeowner would also point out certain tasks that they want around the house. For example, patch up paint work.
Okay.
Then we would put together a report.
Okay.
Discuss it with the homeowner.
Okay.
And then we coordinate a service team to come out to the house to fix the problems.
Nice. Nice. Okay. And so then it's kind of like, I'm a homeowner, maybe I've just bought a place, I'm super busy, all these things need to get handled.
Yes.
Instead of me calling 30 different people,
correct,
you guys are going to manage it for me, and as well as you're going to manage things that I'm not even thinking of that you can just handle as part of the service.
Correct.
Right?
And there's a number of things that homeowners don't think of. For example, cleaning out the dryer vents, the dryer vent ducts. You should do that about every 2 years.
Got it.
Oftentimes when I'm talking to my customers, they've never had it done before. Over long term, that could create a fire hazard if you do not clean out those dryer ducts.
All right, so we're going to call that number 1, actually, of the 3 things, right? And 100% couldn't agree more. At every inspection that we do with our buyers, usually we're saying something about it right then and there, because we're going through a bunch of inspection-related items that the inspector's handling for us right after we go under contract, and invariably this comes up, right?
That's right.
The dryer vent, you need to take care of this at least once a year or so, and usually our clients are very surprised. Oh, I never heard that before. But then, hey, a million things happen between then and closing. Right. They close, and then of course they forget, right? You guys are a great stopgap to that, but to stay on task in terms of the conversation. So homeowners, once a year, once every 2 years, get that dryer vent cleaned out, especially in Texas and Austin. It's super hot. Your dryer is running incredibly hot, lots of heat. Lint in essence is very flammable, right? And it's something that we all forget about, including myself, and so make sure that's being handled. So that's 1. What's another one?
Flushing out your hot water heater.
Okay.
You should do that about once a year.
Got it.
Over time, you'll have sediment collect inside the drum.
Okay.
And over time, the hot water heater will not be used the way it's intended to be used. And it may cause some problems in the long term. For example, leaking.
Yep.
So it may leak. You may stress out the hot water heater over time because of so much sediment. So it's often good to flush that out once a year. That's something that we handle.
Nice. And that's something that, again, we'll usually mention during the home purchasing process, but then, of course, life happens, things get in the way, our clients invariably forget, even when we send them out reminders about once a year. And, so again, guys, very important. And, I always tell our clients, a lot of times your water heater's inside somewhere or in an attic, and when you don't know if no one's checking it to flush it once a year, you're not even catching the fact that you've got rust happening and leaks starting to occur. And once the thing starts leaking, like that little drain pan is not catching everything. So if it's in the attic or if it's inside somewhere in the house, you're going through a lot of damage all of a sudden. So just prevent that, get that water heater flushed once a year, and that way you can kind of keep eyes on what's happening with it also, right? And besides, your kids or your partner or whoever's in your home with you isn't screaming at you once the hot water runs out in 5 minutes, because all that sediment really takes the performance out, right? So, okay, number 3, what do we got?
Number 3, this is a good one for all of us who experienced this winter, is winterizing your irrigation system and winterizing the external plumbing, which is very important. So what I mean is, for example, your irrigation system should be bled out. It should be drained. There's always a bleeding line when you turn off the irrigation system. It's very important to do that, so once it does get cold enough, you don't have a solid pipe full of water that will burst. Also included, you got to cap your hose bibs. The external faucet should be also covered and bled out if that's possible to help protect your pipes. You're going to find out the hard way. They did go below freezing. If they do, if you don't protect them, they'll definitely rupture.
That makes sense. And I'm going to add something to that, winterizing. A couple of things I'm going to add to that, because I just went through this personal experience with Snowvid here in Austin, Texas. Making sure that all your supply lines are off. If you're going to be gone for the weekend on a freeze, or you're going to be gone for a little bit, or, a couple of days, a week. Maybe you're staying with some friends because the power's out. I turned everything off everywhere because my power went out, so I knew my lines were going to freeze up inside. But I didn't turn off supply to my water heater. And it's a tankless water heater, so I didn't think it was even going to be a problem, right? Well, lo and behold, when power kicks back on, apparently my lines and the copper line had frozen. So when now we've got supply circulating, because my tankless water heater was recessed into the exterior wall, it flooded out my house. So winterizing, or in inclement weather, make sure you've got supply off to everything. If you're going to leave, make sure you got your water supply off to the whole house also. And I think that's just a good tip, even if you're gone for the weekend and there's not inclement weather. Just do that and remember that, right? So those are great tips, 3 great powerful ones, I think, that again most of us don't think about. I think at some level people think about the air filter or this or that, but these are 3 that I think no one ever thinks about. So thanks for sharing all that awesome tips. Let's talk a little bit about what House Ninja does and go a little deeper. I know you kind of touched on it. So it sounds like homeowner closes on a home, you guys show up, you do like an 88-point checklist, walk the whole home, and make a list of all the things that need to get handled. Maybe you're even integrating the inspection report from when they had the inspection done, and you're maybe even making a list of all those things that they want handled, possibly even general things they need on the home. Maybe it's a bunch of paintings put together, or small projects around the house that they just want to do. And then you guys are either going to go handle all of that, or you're going to create the turnkey services around it, so the homeowner doesn't have to touch anything, make any calls, track down parts, or any of that.
That's correct.
Okay. Yes. And then if I understand it right, it's $29 a month for that service.
Yes.
And it's not a contract, it's just month to month.
Correct.
And so you, in essence, have, like you said, a house concierge level services, turnkey. And for our entrepreneurs, founders, clients that are like in tech companies, families with kids, doctors, physicians, all these kinds of people being our client, they don't have the time, they don't have the desire, and sometimes not even the know-how around some of this stuff, right?
Correct.
As well as even for our first-time home buyers. So this sounds like a pretty awesome value at that number per month. You've got me signing up, but I think, am I missing anything in that?
No, we're also the advocate for our customers as well. So when we do these walkthroughs, oftentimes I will point out certain quick fixes that maybe they missed out on, or preventative maintenance tasks that may occur and make recommendations. Also, when I'm working with our approved vendors, I am their advocate, the homeowner's advocate. So
Nice.
we want to inspect the work, we want to put our stamp on it, as well as we want to talk about the price of the project.
Nice.
And make sure that we're getting a good, fair deal on the work.
Very cool. So it's there's a whole advocate level, which is huge
Absolutely.
also. So someone doesn't have to wonder, is this right? Is this not? Does it
Correct.
seem like in line or not, or et cetera? That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, good stuff. And to our listeners, viewers, and our clients here, we're actually, House Ninja's kind enough to extend a promo code and a promo for whoever's watching this and our clients. So if you go to the website, which is again
houseninja.co.
.co, sign up for their program, and then you put in Morshed Group
Yes.
as the promo code. You'll get 2 months free to try out the service,
Correct.
which I think you'll absolutely love. Am I missing anything there?
Nope, that's about it. Make sure you fill out the homeowner's contract agreement, and then schedule the walkthrough.
Okay, perfect.
That's it.
So hopefully this has been massive value add for you guys at the Morshed Group. That's what we're all about, for our clients before, during, and after. Michael, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
It was awesome
Appreciate it.
stuff, and
Thank
looking
you.
forward to working with you guys.
Thank you.
Have a great day, guys.